Good morning, everyone. I'll give you a couple seconds to find your seats. Thank you.
Where's she going?
Oh. Fun, fun, fun. We like to have fun here. My name is Therese Panique, and I'd like to welcome those who are here in person and our live streaming participants to Unity of Missoula. As we begin our Sunday service, let's honor one another and take a few moments to greet each other with waves, nods, and other non-physical means to show our appreciation and love for each other. Lovely. Now, as we move into the more formal part of our service, let's remember Unity of Missoula as a team ministry founded on the 5 basic principles of unity. God is all good and active in everything, everywhere. I am naturally good because God's divinity is in me and in everyone. I create my experiences by what I choose to think and what I feel and believe. Through affirmative prayer and meditation, I connect with God and bring out the good in my life. I lost my place. There it is. I do and give my best by living the truth I know. I make a difference. Yes? Oh, I forgot about special music. Thank you for reminding me. We would never want to miss that. Mark, please.
Okay.
Go ahead.
This is a little song Jeff asked me to do today. Sing along if you want or if you know it. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer, let it be. For though they may be parted, there's a good chance that they will see. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, oh, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the night is cloudy, there is still a light that shines on me. Shine until tomorrow, let it be. I wake up to the sound of music. Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be.
Thank you so much, Mark. That was fabulous. Oh, I've been sick for 3 weeks, and I think I got really excited about being back. But I'm really glad I got interrupted because I would not have wanted to miss that song, so thank you. We are in need of hospitality for next week, so I'm going to pass around the hospitality sign-up sheet, and then I'm going to go ahead and pass around the Pride Parade just in case anybody missed that and would like to sign up. And then in 2 weeks, we're going to have our potluck, so that's coming up pretty quick. And so the second page of the hospitality has potluck sign up if you would like to sign up for potluck. Probably better that way. Okay. If you would like to organize the Pride Parade, please let me know. This is the time in our service when we share together the reading of the Daily Word, a bi-monthly meditation magazine published by Unity World Headquarters. The word for today is illumination. I walk with faith along the path of light. When someone gets a flash of insight or makes a sudden realization, it is often said that a light bulb has gone off. It is no surprise that growing in understanding is likened to light, which brings brightness and clarity to what was once obscured by darkness. I am grateful for the illumination I have received as I have traveled the divine path. My spiritual growth may not always be easy, and I will never stop learning and discovering. But there is such value in the journey itself, those moments I feel newly close to God, those times when the divine within helps me make a better choice, and those precious flashes of pure love and light. I welcome my ongoing illumination, knowing the light I seek is already within me. It is you who light my lamp, the Lord my God lights up my darkness. Psalms 18:28. That was lovely. Oh. Here are a few things we would like to tell you about this week. Next Sunday's 11 a.m. service will feature Michael Panique. Our March theme is Realizing Our Wisdom. The month's spiritual power is wisdom, represented by the disciple James, the son of Zebedee, and Deborah, the judge. The color is yellow. Our choir will be practicing for Easter today at 12:30. So if the choir participants could get down and get some food as soon as possible, that would be great, because then they would be able to start on time. Thank you so much. Hospitality today is provided by Linda Lynn and Linda Andrus. Please join us for food, fun, and fellowship downstairs after the service. Thank you for all those who provide hospitality and help with setup and cleanup are always appreciated. Our online book group will meets Monday at 12:30 on Zoom. They are reading Understanding Your Soul, The Channeled Wisdom of Jesus by Christine Bush. Please contact Nancy Leifer or Judy Crenshaw if you would like the link. Our in-person Unity book group meets Tuesdays at 12:30 p.m. They are going to begin reading The Lost Mary by James Tabor starting this week. This is a historical look at the life of Mary, Mother of Jesus. Books are available for purchase from Linda Andrus. They are $22. Please pay Linda. Please like, share, and comment on Unity's Facebook page to spread the word about our wonderful community. Also, we are missing the key to the children's room and the key to the storage closet next to the staircase. I did put a temporary key there, but please check your pockets and make sure that you didn't take the key with you. And if you did, please bring it back. That would be greatly appreciated. A Course in Miracles study group meets Mondays at 2 at the home of Tom and Linda Andrus. Please see Linda if you need directions. A Course in Miracles beginners group is meeting on Thursdays at 5:30 right here in the sanctuary. Thursday's time of silent prayer and meditation is right after that, and it meets at 7. Please join us for a 20-minute time of silent meditation as we visualize our world in blessed peace. Thank you so much to all those who continue to support the Unity community through your tithes and love offerings. Your generous donations enable us to keep our building full of spiritual seekers and other community groups throughout the month. We appreciate you. Unity's 10% tithe on all income received each quarter is divided and sent to help the missions of Unity headquarters, Unity Northwest Region, and local Missoula charities as voted on annually by the tithing committee. Please hold them in your heart as we affirm our offering blessing. I will affirm it once, then repeat it with me. I open my heart to love. All that I give and all that I receive is blessed and multiplied from a joyful heart of love. Together, I open my heart to love. All that I give and all that I receive is blessed and multiplied from a joyful heart of love. Would the ushers or board members please pass the offering baskets?
When I am down and oh my soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burdened be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be.
Beautiful. Before we move on to the talk for this week, I will affirm Unity's primary affirmation and ask you to join me for 2 more times. There is only one presence and one power in my life, the all-loving goodness of God. Together, there is only one presence and one power in my life, the all-loving goodness of God. Again, there is only one presence and one power in my life, the all-loving goodness of God. In addition, here is our Missoula Unity affirmation. I will affirm it once and ask you to join me again. We are Unity of Missoula. We are a radiating center of divine love, open and accessible to all. We are God's light, peace, and joy wherever we are. Together, we are Unity of Missoula. We are a radiating center of divine love, open and accessible to all. We are God's light, peace, and joy wherever we are. Unity of Missoula maintains a circle of people who have made a commitment to pray every day for others at their request. If you have names of people to hold in prayer for a month, you may place their names in the prayer box located on the altar or call the church and leave a message with those names. Their names will be sent out to our prayer circle and to Silent Unity for 30 days of prayer. Please join me in prayer for a moment as we hold all of them in our hearts. You may also say aloud or silently the names of those people you wish to bring into this time of prayer. Dear God, we hold these friends and loved ones in our hearts. We behold their light as expressions of the indwelling Christ. We release them to your care and affirm divine order in their lives and ours. Thank you, God. Amen. And now here is Kathy Frantzreb to lead us in singing "'Tis the Gift to Be Simple." The words on the wall.
Everybody stand, Roger, and we're going to sing it through twice. Okay, Mike. Tis a gift to be simple, 'tis a gift to be free, 'tis a gift to come down where you ought to be. And when we find ourselves in the place just right, 'twill be in the valley of love and delight. When true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend we shan't be ashamed. To turn will be our delight, till by turning we come round right. 'Tis a gift to be simple, 'tis a gift to be free, 'tis a gift to come down where we ought to be. And when we find ourselves in the place just right, 'twill be in the valley of love and delight. When true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend we shan't be ashamed. To turn will be our delight, till by turning we walk round right.
You guys are so fun. I love spending time with you. Today's speaker is Jeff Haberman. Jeff has been a member of this community for many decades now. He is a fantastic musician. He has been a board president. He currently serves on the speakers committee here at Unity. And I am just so blessed to be here to hear his message today. And without further ado, Jeff.
Thank you. You gotta switch over here. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Glad you made it. I'm glad I made it. I would ask everyone right now just kind of take a deep breath and hold in prayer those that are in harm's way today, and just hold them in consciousness and love and light, that divine order will be placed in order as we move along through this miraculous, wonderful thing we call life. So thank you. In the light of the Christ, we hold these people in prayer. Thank you. Amen. Okay, well, happy March already. What's the saying? March comes in like a lion and goes out like a lamb? Is that the
Is that from Aesop's Fables or something? I don't know. There's so many. Oh, what's that? Oh, was it? Okay. Anyway. So, yeah, March is already here. Time for springtime. I can't wait, no matter what the groundhog said. The speaker committee came up with the theme, or we're working with the power ability of wisdom this month, and the theme being realizing our wisdom. And so the theme's been kind of knocking around in my head for the past month or so, and I kept interchanging the word realizing and revealing and reflecting, all these words that start with the R. But essentially they're kind of related in a funny kind of way. Realizing our wisdom. I listen to a lot of different motivational speakers and different gurus of different wisdom traditions over the years, and one of my favorites is a gentleman by the name of Ram Dass, who was originally named Richard Albert. He worked with Timothy Leary back in the 60s as a psychiatrist, and went on to experiment with psychedelics, and then went beyond that and started developing an institute and foundation of his own. He passed away here back in the 90s, but his lectures have been around for a long time. But I was listening to one of his lectures, and he was talking about the fact that your dharma, your teaching is your karma, or your karma is your dharma. And I thought it was quite apropos. In other words, so sometimes we wonder, what am I supposed to learn here? There's a lesson here somewhere, and it becomes apparent, eventually, because of the things that we do in terms of building a kind of a karmic depository, and then it comes back to us, and we work with that in terms of our living our lives day to day in terms of our challenges. So your karma is your dharma. I can understand that. And then he went on to say something that I thought was kind of humorous. He was getting all these cards and letters from people saying, "Thank you for being a human." And he said, "It was funny, for all these past 25 years, I was just trying to be divine." And I could really relate to that, because we here as students of Unity, we're on our own personal journey, spiritual journey quest to discover more of the Christ within us. And so we think about the power ability of wisdom and realizing that within us. It doesn't take much to do that, because it is an innate ability, power within us. We have 11 other powers and abilities that we learned from during the course of the year we speak about. But wisdom is kind of right there on the top. It's a very, very, very powerful aspect of our humanity, our spiritual selves. I'd like to get things started with a definition from Charles Fillmore, the co-founder of Unity, from his book, The Revealing Word. And briefly, he just says this: wisdom, intuitive knowing, spiritual intuition, the voice of God within as the source of our understanding, mental action based on the Christ truth within. Wisdom includes judgment, discrimination, intuition, and all the departments of mind that come under the head of a knowing. This knowing capacity transcends intellectual knowledge. Spiritual discernment always places wisdom above the other faculties of the mind, and reveals that knowledge and intelligence are auxiliary to understanding. So, wisdom is that ability and power within itself that is innate within us. And the further amplification of that in terms of wisdom and divine understanding, he says, these attributes come from the Spirit of Christ within us. The price that we must pay for the conscious attainment of divine wisdom and understanding is the letting go of the personal self with its limited beliefs. Paul, one of the apostles of Jesus, saw Christ waiting at the door of every soul when he wrote, "Awake that thou sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Christ shall shine upon thee. I think that's kind of an ongoing truth in terms of how we want to live our lives when we work with our spiritual path and discovering more of the Christ within us. Now, it being an innate ability, how do we get there? Usually here in Unity, our practice is through meditation and prayer, to come in contact with our higher selves, our higher power, the Christ within. And the thing about wisdom, there's so many things that have been written about wisdom. There's two kind of aspects of wisdom. There's what they call the theoretical idea of wisdom and the practical idea of wisdom. Theoretical being discussions of wisdom through metaphysics, more hypothetical kind of, explanations of that ability within it. Where the practical aspect of wisdom is more like what we refer to as common sense, which seems to be common sense is not all that common sometimes. But it happens. Just life happens, it's one of those things. So what we're looking at in terms of our spiritual ability to discernment is that spiritual understanding and the use of wisdom within us. That what would so what's a popular slogan you'd see in a bumper sticker? What would Jesus do in terms of choice making and decision making, and discerning what's the right approach or choice to make? And so, for myself personally, I always bring it to prayer. And it's something that it's not common sense or something that's just there, apparent in terms of that kind of knowledge from experience. It just those kind of decision making, choice makings are automatic. But when it gets a little bit more in terms of my feelings, of my spiritual understandings of things, usually I take that into meditation, into prayer. And usually the answers bubble up. Within us all, we have this capacity for intuition. And the power of wisdom lies within our gut here. I got a gut feeling, that feeling, when you feel something is right, you just have a gut feeling that's the same. It just feels right. When it doesn't seem right, or you have anger or resentment, then it can affect your digestive system. You get ulcers and, have an upset stomach. So the body plays a part of that in terms of how we align our physical with our mental and ultimately our spiritual selves. What we're trying to do on a day-to-day basis is to stay aligned. In all our affairs, we work with the light within us, the Christ within us. Sometimes the light shines brightly, sometimes it doesn't shine so brightly. Just because of the challenges that are presented to me, to anybody in terms of living our lives day to day. I like to read a little article from Winifred Wilkinson Hassman. She's a great Unity writer. And she has a few things to say about spiritual understanding and wisdom. So please bear with me. She goes on to say, one of the faculties most prized by Jesus was the gift of wisdom, or spiritual judgment. Always he pointed to the importance of judging by the standards of the higher self, rather than by examples set in the world. Never did he react to any person or situation with the expected response of human living. Always he acted and spoke from the light within himself, the light that enabled him to judge by spiritual methods, to answer from divine insight into the motive of others, the potentiality of good, and the revelation of Christ within. His judgment and his wisdom went far beyond the perception, knowledge, and judgment of even the most learned men of the day. Because his faculty of knowing was developed by a conscious acquaintance with the source and a desire to express the wisdom of spirit. He never drew conclusions simply from intellectual knowledge. And she goes on, as we follow Jesus in developing our God-given potential, we too must learn to judge with right judgment and to turn to the inner spiritual knowing. We do not want to allow ourselves to be caught up in judging according to appearances, making decisions based simply on intellectual knowledge, or accepting limited concepts constantly presented to us by the worldly viewpoint. The center that is associated with the faculty of wisdom is located in the pit of the stomach and is closely allied with the solar plexus, the area behind the heart, sometimes referred to as the body. Now, she mentioned this unloving critical thoughts react particularly on this wisdom center at the pit of the stomach and may result in such ailments as ulcers, indigestion, and difficulties of the stomach area and the heart. And no amount of Rolaids you take are going to, fix that problem. It's, that's more of an interior work in your spirit. On the other hand, when we learn to exercise the faculty of judgment in the inner illumination by spirit, we will automatically be expressing a greater degree of physical health. And that's what I was talking about, being aligned from body, mind, and spirit. Now, while it's important to remember that we are to develop all the 12 powers, there are certain powers that are mostly closely allied with the Christ in your development. One of these faculties of wisdom, represented by James, the son of Zebedee. The three disciples who were with Jesus on particular significant occasions in his life were Peter, representing faith, and the brothers James and John, standing for wisdom and love. Faith, wisdom, and love must be brought into everything you do. Wisdom without love is cold, but love without wisdom is misguided and impetuous. Wisdom, the highest form of spiritual knowing, includes divine judgment, discrimination, intuition, and other activities of mind that come under the heading of pure knowing. Wisdom is not dependent on reasoning, intellectual understanding, or deduction. It simply shines as the light from within that illumines the way and reveals whatever needs to be shown at a particular time. Our purpose in developing this faculty is to let the light of Spirit shine through us, directing all our thoughts, words, actions, and motivations. Wisdom must also be employed in directing the activities and unfoldment of the other powers that we have within us. So I was reading some things about wisdom, and you go back to the ancient Greeks. One of the first philosophers that we study is Socrates. And Socrates said an interesting thing about wisdom. He says, the person who is wise is one who realizes he doesn't know anything. Realizing that you're foolish all of a sudden makes you not foolish because you're wise enough to perceive that, knowing that you don't know anything. So when I was managing a video production company downtown years ago, I was always on a constant learning curve in terms of technical issues that were coming up. I was in that period of time when technology was shifting from analog to digital. And so there was a lot of information out there going on. And a question would come up, and I had a sense of humility in terms of understanding that I didn't know everything. When you're working with media, you learn a lot of stuff, and you collect a lot of knowledge and apply it to practical situations. That's what's good about collecting knowledge. But I would tell my client, I don't know, but I'll get back to you and I'll find out, So at least it was not, maybe it was kind of space saving in a way, but at the same time it was honest with the fact that I didn't know at that particular time. But it left open the potentiality to gain knowledge and then maybe come up with an answer and be able to service that client. Well, I can, extrapolate that to the larger issues, just living my life in terms of my associations with and relationships with other people in my life. That when we were talking about things, I'm very careful not to come off as a know-it-all and realize when my ego is kind of pushing its way, having its way in terms of knowledge, but I don't feel that I know it all. So I'm reflecting back on what Socrates said, that the wisest thing is to know is that you don't know. So in conversations, sometimes I'll say, I used to know all that stuff. but I kind of let it go. And when I say let it go, I'm not invested, my ego is not invested in that anymore. I don't need to prove that point or, be right. Would you rather be happy or right in situations and relationships? And these are choices that we make, especially when it comes to how we want to be as a human being. We want to be the best person we can be. We want to be the best Christ we can be. And that's our daily work. So whatever my karma is telling me, that's what the lesson I'm working with at any given moment, any given day. I look for challenges, but at the same time, I'm willing to to do what is mine to do, be it easy or difficult. The thing that works for me is that I know that I have an anchor within my own self in terms of going to the Christ within. And instinctively, I know what the right thing is to do at that given moment. And sometimes I practice spiritually selected deafness. I don't listen to that inner voice because my ego is telling me something different, or for some reason it's getting my attention. I'm really not paying attention. I'm not listening. But the saying is, be still and know, and that's where where meditation and prayer is so important in terms of my life on a daily basis. I am challenged. So I have to trust in that. And that's that faith part of the component. And know that I am also loved and lovingly doing that as well. And bringing love into all that I do and bring forth and give. So today I invite you to realize your wisdom as opposed to your knowledge. We gain our wisdom through experience. My level of wisdom today is a lot different than it was when I was 25 years old, a lot different when I was 35 years old, a lot different when, it's just saying goes, you live and learn, There's a lesson in all my experiences and all my challenges, which, means that I have to take time for reflection and trying to understand what that meant, why things were the way they were, or happened the way they did, and to examine and just reflect and know that I could do things differently. So my wisdom quota kind of ticks up a little bit the further I go along in terms of my time-space continuum living this life on this planet. But now remember, as a disclaimer, my opinions are always subject to change. So and so is my inclination towards things as well, depending on what's going on, what needs to be addressed. So what do? I rely upon. And so I ask you, we all have the same capacity within us to tap into that inner wisdom, get closer to our inner light. And then once we do, try to shine that light out into the world in all our affairs. Let people see your light. And they say, there's something different about that person. What is it? I want to know. And you explain to them that I'm just trying to stay in touch with my divine self. And they'll look at you like you're maybe crazy, but that's okay because you know within yourself that you're okay. So, I hope you take that to heart. Live it, learn it, love it. And trust your inner wisdom through the light of Christ. Very powerful. So let's take a moment for meditation at this point. Sit back and find that place within you. Let the Spirit abide. We pause and turn within. And let divine wisdom flow through you, energizing and renewing all areas of your life. It is your guidance and system, your spiritual compass. And you apply this inner wisdom to the decisions you make, the words you choose, and the beliefs you hold in your mind. Now I trust in divine guidance and wisdom. They join with my goals and desires to illuminate the clearest path forward. I am blessed to have this core of wisdom for decision making. Because of that, my steps are in order. My thoughts rise to new heights. Centered in spirit, my decisions are made with direction and confidence. I am clearly and purposefully guided to do that which is mine to do. My inner wisdom guides me to the right decisions, the best steps forward, and the perfect way to bless others with my words and my actions. So let this day and every day forward be one of connection with my inner wisdom. Always there when I need to tap into it. Let it come forth as natural as breathing in and out. And for this ability, and for the light of Christ within me, I am truly grateful. In all things, always. Thank you, Mother, Father God, for it is so. So let it be. In the spirit of a living and loving God, Christ within us all, we offer this meditation and prayer. Bless this day. Thank you. Amen and amen. And so, be it. Yeah. Live it. Do it. Was that a saying somewhere? Just do it. Well, hopefully you're aligned in the right frame of mind to do the right thing. You always want to do the right thing. And your intention is to do the right thing, live the right thing, say the right thing, take the right action. It's all up to you and the inner Christ within you. So bless this day and bless you, and thank you for listening. Oh, prayer for protection. Here we go. Are we ready? The light of God surrounds us. We are the light. The love of God enfolds us. We are the love. The power of God protects us. We are the power. And the presence of God watches over us. We are the presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. We are one. Let's go ahead and form our circle of peace and sing the peace song. Let it begin with me, yes, right now. This is the moment. What are you waiting for? Let peace begin with you. And while you're doing it peacefully, seek out your inner wisdom through the light of Christ. And while you're doing that, remember to have fun. Thank you, everyone.